The Kaiser is on the move, but let's all lend a hand as our brave boys take to the land, sea, and air to score one for freedom.
This time on Allies or Enemies, we are looking at Blitzkrieg. Designed by Paolo Mori, Blitzkrieg is a two-player game that promises to be World War II in 20 minutes. They are so confident in that fact that it is right in the subtitle. And honestly, they should be. This is abstracted war at its absolute sleekest, playing chits and moving counters to decide the fate of air, land, and sea across regions around the world. Let's start with looking at how it plays.
Blitzkrieg is simplified abstraction at its finest. Players use tokens depicting various military vehicles and personnel to take control of campaigns and regions. Each turn, players choose one token from behind their screen and place it on one of the spaces, following two simple rules: Navy on water, Army on land, and you have to start in the top available row. Then you gain the bonus on the space, move the battle tracker, the amount on the token, and finally, draw a new tile from your bag. When you fill a row, you see whose side the tracker is on, and that faction gets points. When you get to 25 points, the end of the game is triggered, the war is over, and everyone goes home.
So that describes how you play, but the magic of the game is how you play well. It is all about understanding when to take which battle space effects, when to let a region go, and when to push. And most of these choices are at least half reacting to your opponent. Add to that the randomness of your bag, and you have a game that will never play the same way twice. Even more importantly, there is a second side to the board, which radically changes the game. Instead of Axis versus Allies, this tells the story of an alternate timeline where Japan is trying to free an Axis-controlled US. The gameplay is different, with regions comboing into other regions as you complete them in a kind of cascading effect. Plus, it has Godzilla.
This is specifically a head-to-head two-player game, so if you're looking to play with 3 or 4, look elsewhere. But this does nail what you want in a versus, with a tight back and forth that always feels like anybody's game. There is also a solo mode, and that will appeal to some, but there are a lot of priority charts to navigate, so it could be a bit fiddly for those that want to keep it light.
Blitzkrieg's mission is to do a lot with a little, and it succeeds with simple but effective components. The icon system makes sense, the tokens are obvious, and everything is on the back of the screen if you need to stealthily refer without giving away your plan. The couple trickies is we do have a tough time telling our generals from our admirals, but we are getting better at knowing our hats. And it would perhaps be a plus to have a dual layer board so the cubes don't get knocked off the tracks. But honestly, sliding has been less of a problem than we feared.
Blitzkrieg delivers exactly what it promises, a tight war game in 20 minutes, but within that 20 minutes, you've got a lot of choices to make. Do you make your opponent discard a token, or do you gain one? Do you go for technology? Do you combo all your navy to set up your admiral? Do you just go ahead and drop a nuke? There is a lot to think about, and because it's quick, and because it sets up in seconds, you will inevitably want to reset and give it another go. Also, because the newer versions come with that expansion built in, and the expansion feels so different, you will almost certainly end up playing at least once on each side. If you like war games, abstract games, tight two-player games, bag builders, or really any combination of 2 of those 4, this will likely be a great fit for you. We thought we would like it, but this game has exceeded our expectations on just about every heavily contested front. And that is it. If you have played Blitzkrieg, let us know what you think. Or if you have another suggestion for a great two-player versus game, please drop it in the comments. Also, please do like and subscribe. And hopefully, we will see you all next time for another game.